Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Mind Thread Stories. Tonight, I want you to imagine something: a quiet hotel room in New York City. Outside the window, the city is alive. Cars move through the streets, lights shine everywhere. Electricity flows silently through thousands of buildings. But inside this small room, an old man sits alone. He is weak, he is tired, and almost nobody remembers his name anymore. Yet this man helped build the modern world. He imagined technologies far beyond his time. Some people believed he was a genius. Others believed he had lost his mind. His name was Nikola Tesla. And this is the story of how one of the greatest inventors in history slowly became forgotten. The year was 1856. In a small village called Smiljan, located in what is now Croatia, a baby boy was born during a violent thunderstorm. According to legend, lightning filled the sky as he entered the world. Some people believed this was a sign that the child would live an unusual life. His mother, Chuka, was highly intelligent. She could create tools and household devices with her hands, even though she never received formal education. His father was a priest. He wanted young Nikola to join the church one day. But Tesla's mind was already moving in a different direction. Even as a child, he seemed different from other people. He had an extraordinary memory. He could solve mathematical problems inside his head. He imagined machines in incredible detail before building them. His imagination was powerful, almost too powerful. Sometimes, bright flashes of light appeared in his mind. Strange visions, strange images. His thoughts never seemed to rest. As Tesla grew older, his fascination with science became stronger. He studied engineering. He became obsessed with electricity. During the late 1800s, electricity was still new and mysterious. Many cities were still dark at night. The modern electrical world did not yet exist. But Tesla believed something extraordinary was possible. He believed electricity could travel across enormous distances. He believed energy could transform civilization itself. And eventually, that belief brought him to America. In 1884, Tesla arrived in New York City. He had little money, few possessions, and a letter of recommendation for one very important man, Thomas Edison. At the time, Edison was already famous. He was one of the most powerful inventors and businessmen in America. Tesla hoped the two men could work together. And for a short time, they did. But the relationship quickly became difficult. Edison believed in a system called direct current, or DC electricity. Tesla believed another system, alternating current or AC electricity, was far better. The disagreement between the two men slowly became a battle over the future of electricity itself. This conflict later became known as the War of Currents. Edison publicly claimed Tesla's AC system was dangerous. Demonstrations were organized to frighten people. Newspapers spread fear. The competition became aggressive, but Tesla refused to surrender his ideas. He believed AC electricity could move energy across far greater distances. And eventually, he was proven right. Today, much of the modern world still uses Tesla's AC system. The lights in homes, the electricity in cities, the power flowing silently through walls. Much of it exists because of Tesla's vision. And suddenly, Tesla became famous. Crowds attended his demonstrations. Journalists wrote about him constantly. People watched in amazement as giant electrical machines filled rooms with artificial lightning. Tesla stood calmly beside them, fearless, elegant, almost mysterious. He looked less like a normal inventor and more like someone visiting from the future. During these years, Tesla created astonishing inventions. He experimented with wireless communication long before modern phones existed. He demonstrated remote-controlled machines decades before robotics became common. He imagined wireless energy transmission across the planet. Some of his ideas sounded impossible at the time, but many later became reality. Yet genius often comes with a cost. Tesla worked obsessively. He slept very little. He became increasingly isolated from other people. He never married. He believed relationships would distract him from scientific work. Over time, his behavior became more unusual. He developed strong obsessions with numbers and routines. He disliked physical contact with people. He became deeply attached to pigeons that visited him in the city, especially one white pigeon he loved very much. Many people no longer understood him. Some even began to laugh at him. But Tesla continued chasing ideas far beyond the imagination of ordinary people. Then came one of his most ambitious dreams, a gigantic structure called Wardenclyffe Tower. Tesla believed this tower could send wireless communication and even energy across enormous distances. It was an idea so bold, so far ahead of its time, that many people simply struggled to believe it. At first, investors gave him money. They believed in the vision, but the project became extremely expensive, and slowly, the financial support began to disappear. The tower was never completed. Eventually, it was destroyed, and with it, something inside Tesla also seemed to collapse. The years passed. Other inventors became wealthier and more famous. New businessmen began dominating the modern world. Meanwhile, Tesla grew older and poorer. He moved from one hotel to another in New York City. Sometimes, he could not even pay the bills. Newspapers no longer treated him like a genius. Instead, they described him as strange, eccentric, forgotten. But even during these lonely years, Tesla's mind never stopped dreaming. He continued imagining new technologies, new systems, new futures. It was as if his thoughts were always racing, far ahead of the rest of humanity. And then came the quiet ending. In January 1943, Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker hotel. He was 86 years old. For several days, nobody even realized he had died. The man who helped power the modern age disappeared almost silently. But history can be strange. Sometimes the world forgets people for a while, before finally understanding them years later. Today, Tesla is remembered as one of the greatest inventors who ever lived. His ideas helped shape the modern electrical world. His name now appears in science books, museums, documentaries, and even modern technology companies. But perhaps the most fascinating part of Tesla's story is not simply his intelligence, it is the loneliness that surrounded it. Nikola Tesla imagined a future that many people around him could barely understand. And sometimes, people who are far ahead of their time must walk through history alone. And here you are, my friend, listening to the story in English, learning word by word, sentence by sentence. Maybe sometimes learning feels slow. Maybe sometimes you feel different from the people around you. But progress is often quiet, just like Tesla's ideas once were. So keep listening, keep learning, keep building your future, one small step at a time. Because history shows us something important. The world often changes because of people who refuse to stop imagining. Thank you for spending this time with Mind Thread Stories. And until next time, stay curious.